The first step in applying Trim Shine ceramic is to clean your trim. To do this, we've developed Ceramic Prep Wash, which is a concentrated detergent car wash that best allows the ceramic coating to adhere to your trim. To use this, simply add half a bottle into your car wash and wash your car as normal. Now that your trim is clean, you have to wait for it to be entirely dry before you move on to the next step. Now that your trim has been cleaned and prepped, it's time to apply your ceramic coating. Keep in mind you want to control your environment as much as you can. If you can, do it in a garage. If it's going to be outside, it should be at least 40 degrees Fahrenheit and dry. And keep in mind that the humidity and the temperature affect how quickly this ceramic will cure to your trim. Now it's time to apply. Remember to first put your protective gloves on your hands, get your applicator and your ceramic. The microfiber that we've included is only to clean up messes or excess uneven layers. To start, load your applicator with a moderate amount of ceramic right down the middle of one side. Next, simply find your starting point and wipe in vertical strokes. Next, go in a crosshatch pattern, and this is simply to ensure that you've gotten every piece of the trim that you're coating. Work in small sections, and keep in mind that depending on how porous your trim is, you might need to use several coats, as some of the older, more porous trim might be a little more thirsty and take multiple coats to truly seal that trim piece. You notice tight areas might butt up to some paint or some additional trim areas. Keep in mind this isn't going to hurt your paint. If you apply that and have any transfer onto your painted surfaces while it's wet, simply just wipe with your microfiber before that cures and you're good to go. While applying your ceramic, if you've noticed a misapplication, keep in mind you have about 2 to 4 hours before the initial cure happens. If you find that within that window, simply reapply to reactivate the coating and wipe up any excess pooling or heavy areas with your microfiber. Trim Shine ceramic coating also works great on painted or powder coated metal. For difficult or hard to reach areas, feel free to use this on any kind of applicator that fits the job. When reviewing your work, if you see high spots within the 2 to 4 hour window, simply buff even with your microfiber to help even out the coating. If there's a little bit of curing, simply reactivate and then follow up with a wipe. For this Jeep with a lot of trim, we used about 3/4 of a bottle. Now after 4 hours and that initial cure has happened, any additional ceramic you put on here that's left over is going to layer up and put additional layers of protection on your trim. We recommend a maximum of 2 or 3 if you have it, but that's just going to give you additional protection, especially for some extra worn, thirsty trim. Now that ceramic's been applied to the entire vehicle, it's important to talk about some maintenance. This coating will last on your trim 5 years in the real world. We do, however, recommend occasionally applying a Trim Shine product to boost the longevity.